Charles, we're talking 3 and out here. We're doing a little friendly debate.
Yeah.
Let's step up with some Monday night football then. All right, and we both called it. We both thought the Eagles would win. We thought it would be a little bit closer than it was, but from the very beginning, it was disastrous for Cam Newton and company. And how about your boy, Mark Sanchez? And the Eagles come through. Now listen, the Eagles have more special team and defensive touchdowns, twice as many as anybody else in the NFL. I think that's the key here. Mark Sanchez really didn't have to do much, in my opinion. I know everyone's all on him, but he did have some nice throws. I'm just saying he was in a very comfortable situation because of his special teams and defense.
I agree.
When the Eagles play like that, Charles, they look dangerous. Second best record in the NFL.
You don't give him enough credit, though.
Why not?
So, okay, this
7-2.
This is my problem. Okay, I'm not quick to jump on Mark Sanchez, the bandwagon. But if you see, he's with the Jets. Rex Ryan has a way of making everyone look terrible. Sometimes he gets penalized too much for the butt fumble. But Sanchez is an NFL quarterback. My man won a national title. He can play. He led them to the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row. He did win a national title.
He didn't win a national title.
You want to look that up?
You don't win a
You're
national
about to
title.
lose.
You're about to lose.
You're about to lose.
You are about to lose.
Okay, so you got Sanchez who can ball out, put him in a system with weapons, and he can produce. You're going to see right now, because of this injury to Foles, how well Sanchez can play. Non-believer.
I'm not a believer. I don't know why anybody would be a believer. I'm being dead serious.
He played for the Jets.
And it has nothing to do with him playing for an Eagle, in an Eagle uniform. Yeah. He played for the Jets, but he looked like trash.
Last night?
Well, last night he didn't have to do much because they were ahead the whole game. Their defense held Cam Newton in check. They were never a threat to Panthers. Their special teams when Darren Sproles really gave him some more cushion.
Okay, Darren Sproles gave him the cushion.
All I want to see is him play in a hostile environment and see how he's doing. Because you recall he threw 2 interceptions against the Houston Texans in one half of play the week before. Darren Sproles right there, you can see, that guy is a disaster to deal with. That's what makes this Eagles team good.
Okay.
Is that.
So he just has to be serviceable. He just has to get the – okay, Jordan Matthews, who has emerged into probably their second best. I think he surpassed Cooper now as their second best receiver. He had a lights out game, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions. So they have the weapons. Sanchez, his only job is to get them the ball. Do not turn the ball over. Get our best playmakers the ball.
How many players are out defensively
for the Panthers?
For the Carolina Panthers.
Tons of them.
Okay, so they didn't have any pressure on Sanchez at all. No pressure at all. And on the opposite end, the Eagles were able to get to Cam Newton at will. Cam Newton couldn't run for his life because he's not healthy. Panthers don't look good.
No.
Eagles do look good. I'm not saying that the Eagles don't look good. They're going to be a tough team. They're going to the playoffs. They're going to be in the playoffs in the NFC. I just don't know why everyone's jumping on Mark Sanchez's bandwagon when what has he done? What has he done?
I'm not jumping on yet. I'm just saying he had an impressive showing.
If you're thinking about jumping on the Mark Sanchez bandwagon, do me a favor. Go to YouTube.
Here we go.
And type in butt fumble and just watch.
How do you penalize him for one play?
Just because it sums up his career so far.
He's still young.
It just sums up. He's still young. He's been in the league for 6 years.
He's still young.
He's supposed to be a wily vet by now.
No. Look. It happened in New York. Rex Ryan causes everything. We talk about this.
He's
Rex
a trash
Ryan
can.
Just makes everything worse. So let him get in the system, like Chip Kelly.
Good win by the Eagles. Well. I want to see Mark Sanchez do something.
If I'm Cam Newton, I'm going on strike next year. I'm not coming back to the Panthers unless they get me a line. Go on strike, Cam Newton.
Let's move on. We'll agree to disagree on Mark Sanchez. Can't believe you. NBA recap, Charles.
Let's
all about
agree
the
that your
NBA
team,
right now.
the Knicks, they're not that good.
Well, let's talk about LeBron James first, though. Okay, because everyone, look, you lose 3 games, you're on a brand new system team, and all of a sudden everyone's a big critic on LeBron James. You know what? I'm going to take a page out of Aaron Rodgers' book. Relax.
Tell him. There you go.
Relax. Okay? LeBron James gets a triple-double, smashes up the Pelicans, and this is what the Cavs are going to have to do. Kyrie Irving is nasty, but he's going to have to find himself in this system because you want LeBron James holding the rock. You don't want LeBron James working off of Kyrie Irving's.
No.
Look, Kyrie Irving is more of a true guard, in my opinion, than a point guard. He
Yeah,
can't
he's a
get any
shooter. He's a
assists.
scorer.
He can't flow it. The problem is Kyrie Irving can't spot up shoot off the run, off the screen. He's got to create his shot. He's going to learn how to work with that with LeBron. LeBron's got to have that rock, and so I think the Cavs are going to be just fine. And that showed you last night how LeBron James.
If they relax, you're right. They're going to relax. LeBron's going to do what he does so well. He's going to distribute the ball. He's going to put people in a situation to perform at a higher level. Irving will learn how to spot up and shoot. You want to know why? Because if he doesn't, his points are going to go down. So every good player adapts to the system. Kevin Love will adapt. They'll be just fine. I got a problem, though, with people just going crazy. Like you said, oh, they're going to fall apart.
Especially when you're right in the
just relax.
the season just started. They're 3-3 now. They go to 500. And by the way, they do have a win against your Bulls.
Why you got to bring up old stuff?
No, I'm
See,
just
I
saying,
was
it's
trying
a
not to
good
talk
win.
about how bad
Look,
your
it's a
team
good
is.
win.
Okay.
Okay, it's a good. I'm giving your Bulls credit because they're tough to beat.
They
It's
are
a good
tough.
win.
They are
That's
tough.
what I'm trying to say.
Well, they got amped up for it. The rivals, that's a division rival. Everyone's predicting both teams to finish, near the top. So the Bulls, speaking of, they win last night. They beat the Pistons. They twa. Derrick Rose returns. Paul Gasol had a big game. 17-15.
It's good to see
my
it.
man.
I love to see it. I'm glad. I want D Rose to be healthy. I want him to be successful. It's good for the NBA. Did you ever think that Joakim Noah would become the player that he's become?
Honestly,
when you first drafted him, you were probably like,
look,
"Oh my good."
I wish we could flash back to when I was on my couch when we drafted Joakim Noah. I almost threw something at the TV like,
Now
why
he's one
would,
of the best
would
in
we
the
draft
league.
him?
He's one of the best in the league.
One of the best. So obviously, I'm not the best at scouting the big men. I
Look,
guess.
I knew he was going to be good because he was a two-time champ. You
But
can't be a
not-
two-time
no.
in the NCAA
But did you think
champ
he would
the way
be
he was.
what-
Not
where
as
he-
dominant
where
as
he's
he
at
was,
now?
but I thought he
Yes.
can be a decent player in the NBA, and he's really turned
But at the
into
time, the Bulls needed
something.
a cornerstone post, and we didn't know. We were like, oh, that can't be a cornerstone. He is.
How about the Spurs real quick, though, against the
they keep
Clips?
doing
They
it.
get it done.
They
and
keep doing it.
The Spurs will always be around, right? And
He
Kawhi
had a
Leonard,
big
Lobo
game.
fans, you know him
26
very
and
well.
10, Kawhi Leonard, that boy can play.
He's turning into a star, isn't he?
Yes, right
He's
before
turned
our
into a
eyes,
star,
man.
and we watched him play in college, and you always knew he had all this ability and he was athletic, but did you think that Kawhi Leonard
you
would
know
be
why?
this productive?
Because he torched the Lobos, so if we witnessed it firsthand. So a lot of people outside of the Mountain West, why would they draft Kawhi Leonard? We were thinking, man, look, draft him. He can play. But he's peaking a lot sooner than what I thought he would.